Today we're looking at a build on the Behemoth Titan subclass that I've been having fun with since the December 7th patch dropped. So some big changes that came with that patch were increased damage from shattered crystals. They changed the diamond lance to have 3 fragment slots. So we can effectively have 5 total fragments, which is awesome. So here's the setup. Towering Barricade jumps up to you, depending on what you're doing. We only have Shiver Strike, so that's it. Glacier Grenade, for sure. This all relies on breaking crystals, this whole build. Now run around Tectonic Harvest, so that when we shatter these crystals, they're going to make stasis shards. That'll come into play later in the build. And then Diamond Lance, because 1, it's fun. 2, it's going to give us 3 more fragment slots. First fragment, Whisper Shards. Every time we shatter a stasis crystal, our grenade recharge rate is going to be boosted. Number 2, Whisper Chains. While standing near any of these crystals you make, you're going to get automatic damage resistance. It also gives you plus 10 to your recovery. Whisper of Conduction. Nearby stasis shards will track to our position. Plus 10 resilience, plus 10 intellect. Whisper of Rending. Kinetic weapons do increase damage to stasis crystals. This one's very important. Whisper of Fissures. It's going to make the burst explosion even better when we blow up these crystals. So we'll go to the weapons now. We'll just work our way down the left and then go down the armor mods. Weapon. You want a gun with headstone. There's very few that can get it in the primary slot. You're going to have Peace Bond from Iron Banner, Vulpecula, the 180 hand cannon, or eyasluna, which is now dropping from the new dungeon that came out. So 140 RPM hand cannon. If you can get your hand on a headstone eyasluna, this works amazing in this build. I was fortunate to get an outlaw headstone roll. I've been using the crap out of it. It makes this build, it just takes it to the next level because you're just making so many of these crystals that we'll go through the synergy and you'll see. The secondary, up to you. No big deal. For your heavy, Reed's Regret, it's going to be a great choice because of the mods we're about to go into. Keely, because it's a stasis weapon. Is Keely a word? Okay, so we'll go into the armor. The important mod that's going to make all this possible is the Elemental Shards mod. This is a stasis mod that makes stasis shards count as elemental wells for you, which is important on while we're running our stasis subclass, right? So, and you don't have to run these mods on the specific armor pieces that I have them on. However they work into your armor set is totally fine. It's just how it worked out for me. So you're going to want Fonts of Might. Picking up elemental wells that match your subclass grants you a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same elemental type. So this works for our eyasluna and for our Reed's Regret, giving us a 25% damage bonus for 10 seconds. Next mod you're going to want Elemental Charge. Become charged with light by picking up an elemental well. If the well matches your subclass, you gain 2 stacks of light. So if you're not running supercharge or something like that, it's going to max out your stacks immediately, picking up 1 well. Okay, so that allows us to take advantage of things like High Energy Fire, which stack with Font of Might, which is going to give us bonus damage until we kill whatever we're shooting at. Also lets us use Protective Light, which is another charge with light mod, which gives us insane damage resistance once our shield is cracked. So how it looks, you're using your headstone weapon, headshot, boom, you break a crystal. Since you have Whisper of Rending, you are going to one-shot that crystal that pops up with your hand cannon. So headshot, boom, shoot it again with your hand cannon. It will explode, killing, injuring things all around it while also giving you stasis shards. When you pick up these stasis shards, which by the way will be attracted to you, you are getting extra damage charged with light, more extra damage, extra resistance if you need it from protective light, all from one kill. And the only thing stopping you from this over and over is the, was it a 4 or 5 second cooldown on elemental shards. So it's not even as long as the damage uptime you're going to have from Font of Might, which you're going to be able to keep continually proccing for your eyasluna and for your Reed's Regret. I was able to use this loadout for the entire new dungeon to solo flawless it using this loadout. It was pretty insane. Damage phases were fun because I could essentially throw down a glacier grenade for myself, shoot off one of the crystals, pick up the shards, get that bonus damage, and also getting resist because I was standing next to the shard, deal out some damage with Reed's Regret, shoot another crystal, get 10 more seconds of bonus damage. You know, with all these things stacking together, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I'll hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions in the comments, let me know. I wasn't going to suggest exotics for this, but I'm going to anyway, I've decided. So, one to consider is Heart of Inmost Light, which using an ability regenerates and improves your other abilities, essentially. So, I would recommend using that to help synergize this even more. And something really neat about this in particular, you'll notice throwing the Diamond Lance counts as throwing a grenade, so it starts to recharge. I haven't used my barricade or anything, but we'll use it just so you can see. But it does count as throwing a grenade. And you'll see there it's empowering as if I threw a grenade. So throwing the lances counts as throwing a grenade for Heart of Inmost Light to give you just stupid uptime on all your stasis abilities.